Let's start class. All right, if everybody's ready, then we're gonna start in a seated position. We're just gonna do a couple stretches and then we'll get right into the active part. So sitting crisscross applesauce or with your legs out long, whatever you prefer. We're gonna do a forward bend, bringing our arms up and over and in front. And just relaxing here. We can press our palms into the floor so we can feel a low back stretch. But we just wanna be nice and easy breezy. One more breath here. And let's sit all the way back up. Awesome. I'm gonna come out to the side and we're gonna do reverse tabletop. So knees are bent, feet are hip width apart, fingers are pointed towards you, and try to stack your shoulders on top of your wrists. So breathing in, looking straight ahead. Breathing out, we're gonna lift those hips up, relaxing your head. So staying here for about 2 to 3 breaths. We can rock back and forth. We feel the stretch in our shoulders. If you've been working out your shoulders lately. All right, and on the next exhale, we're gonna bring our hips down 3/4 of the way, and then we're gonna lift back up. All right, we're gonna do this 5 times. So this is 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. All right, sit all the way down. We're gonna bring our hands behind our knees. Knees are bent still. And we're going to balance, bringing our legs parallel to the ground. Y'all are looking awesome. That looks great. All right, so from here, I would like for you to release your knees. Can you do that? Can you release? Bringing your hands behind your head. Awesome. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring the opposite elbow to knee. 1, and then to the other side. We're gonna do this 5 times. If you can't balance, just bring your tippy toes down, okay? So we're trying to do it 5 times. So that was 3. This is 4 and 5. We gotta do both sides. 5. All right, so let's go ahead, bringing our feet down, let our knees out wide, feet together. We're just gonna fold forward again. All right, coming back up, knees together. We're going to bring our hands behind our knees and we're gonna just roll down just to our mid back. Our shoulders do not touch the ground, okay? So feet are hip width apart. We're gonna let go of those knees. We're gonna do our hundreds. Breathing in and breathing out through the mouth. Every time you breathe out, you're pressing that belly button down towards the spine. Five more breaths here. I know you can do it. One more breath. And then go ahead and relax all the way down, laying down onto the ground. Great job. All right, so feet are hip width apart, hands are down by your sides. What we're gonna do is roll our hips all the way up. So we're looking straight up at the ceiling. Don't compromise your neck. All the way up. And just take a couple breaths here, feeling the stretch in your abs. We just warmed up our abs, so it should feel pretty good. And really activating your legs and your buns. All right, on the next exhale, we're going to bring our hips down, tap the ground, and lift back up. We're going to do this 5 times. Down, tap, lift. And 5. All right, so let's go ahead and keep those hips up. If you are struggling here, just stay right here, okay? But if you want to kick it up a notch, let's go ahead and lift one leg towards the wall. We're pointing that toe towards the wall, and then the ceiling. And then the wall, and then the ceiling. So that's 2. We're doing this 5 times. 3, 4, 5. All right, so on the 5th time, we're keeping that foot up. We're going to pulse it up 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then go ahead and lower that leg all the way down. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So once again, if you're struggling here, just keep those hips up. But if you did one side, you got to do the other. So toes pointed towards the wall, and then the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th one, we hold it up. We pulse it up 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we lower that leg, and then finally lower those hips. Whew. Great job. Let's bring our legs out straight, arms above us. Really reach away from each other. We're just stretching out right here. All right, so I want you to bring your arms next to your sides. We're going to lift one leg up, and we're going to rotate it towards the outside in the biggest circle you can draw, the biggest circle. That's 1, 2, we're doing this 5 times on each side. Try to keep those hips down on the ground. 3, 4, and 5. All right, let's go ahead and release that leg all the way down. Now we're going to do the other side. Lifting that foot up, toes are pointed towards the ceiling. Hands are down by your sides. We're going to rotate to the outside. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to keep those hips down, and 5. Go ahead and release that leg down. Let's do this leg again, but this time we're going to go towards the inside. So we're starting over the other leg. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, let's go ahead and release that leg. Now we're going to do it on the other side the last time towards the other leg. Okay, so 1. Try to keep those hips down. Try not to move them. 3, 4, and 5. All right, bringing both legs out long. Awesome job, awesome. So now let's go ahead and place our hands behind our head. We want to press our hands into our head and our head into our hands. Breathing in, we're going to actually bring our knees up, sorry. We're going to breathe out, and we're going to rock towards the front. 1, 2, 3. Lift in the center and then lower. All right, so we're doing this 3 times on each side. Breathing in, breathing out, rocking to the back. 1, 2, 3. Lift and lower. All right, breathing in, breathing out, lifting and rocking towards the front. 1, 2, 3. Lift and lower. Breathing in, breathing out, lifting and rocking to the back. 1, 2, 3. center, and lower. All right, so we got one more time on front and back. Breathing in, breathing out, lifting those head, neck, and shoulders. Rock to the front. 1, 2, 3. Lift and lower. All right, now we're going to go towards the back. Breathing in, breathing out, rocking to the back. 1, 2, 3. Lift in center and lower. Whew. Really good. All right, so now's a good time to take some water if you'd like. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and continue to the next exercise. I'm going to have some water though. I've been really trying to keep hydrated. All right, so back onto your back. Knees are pointed up. We're going to actually draw one in and let the other one out long. What I want you to do is just hold that knee in while the other leg is hovering over the ground, okay? We're gonna breathe in and breathe out, switch. We breathe in and breathe out, switch. All right, we're gonna do this 5 times on each side. So that was 1, and this is 2, 3, 4, one more, and 5. All right, so let's just draw both knees in real quick, hugging ourselves. We're gonna rock side to side a little bit, massaging our back. All right, so let's go ahead and point those toes towards the ceiling. Feet are straight up. We're going to reach for those toes. You don't have to touch them, but you just reach for them, lifting up your head, neck, and shoulders. So breathing in, breathing out, reach. 2. We're doing it 5 times. 4, 5. All right, hands down by our sides. What we're going to do here is cross our ankles. 1, 2, 3. As we cross them, we're lowering them. 1, 2, 3. Up. So that was 1. So we're doing this 5 times. Lower, lift on the exhale. Lower. All right, y'all got it? Lower on the inhale, lift on the exhale. So this is 4. We got one more. Lower, inhale, and lift on the exhale. All right, so now what we're going to do is cross our ankles, and we're going to rotate them to one side, hands down by our sides. Breathing in, breathing out. Go ahead and draw a big circle. So that's 1. We're doing it 3 times. 2 and 3. All right, so let's switch ankles, and we're going to rotate towards the other side. Breathing in as we lower, breathing out as we lift. And 3. All right, so let's go ahead, and we're going to bring our toes together and our knees apart. We're going to bring our hands together, breathing in. We're going to pulse in between our legs to one side and then the other. And we're doing this 3 times. So breathing in, breathing out, pulse. 1, 2, 3. Go towards the outside. 1, 2, 3. And go all the way over to the other side. 1, 2, 3. All right, back to the center. 1, 2, 3. Outside. 1, 2, 3. All the way to the other side. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Center. 1, 2, 3. Outside. 1, 2, 3. And all the way to the other side. 1, 2, 3. All right, so let's go ahead and hug those knees in again. Rotate your ankles. Great job. What we're going to do here is we're going to rock, okay? If this hurts your spine at all, just sit up. That's totally okay. But we're going to rock 3 times to a seated position. So just like this. 2, and on the 3rd one, all the way up. Great job. All right, so I want you to go ahead and widen your legs as much as you can. Great job. We're going to take the opposite hand to the opposite leg. So if you can just reach that knee or that shin, that's totally okay. But we're reaching for the foot. So you want to feel this stretch. On the same side arm, we're reaching behind us. Breathing in, breathing out, sitting up, arms at a T. We're going to reach towards the other side. Breathing in, breathing out, sitting up. We're doing this 5 times on each side. So that's a total of 10 times. That was 2. This is 3. 4. We got 1 more on both sides. And 5. Awesome. Great job. Bring your legs together. Let's just do a forward fold. Arms up and over and folding. Nice stretch here. All right, so now we're going to come onto our hands and knees. Make sure your hands are spread out. Palms are pressed into the ground. Wrists are directly under shoulders. Knees are directly under hips. All right, so I want to do just 3 cat-cows, and then we're going to incorporate our knees. Okay, so breathing in, dropping that belly down, looking up. Breathing out, blowing all the air out, looking in towards your belly button. Breathing in, looking up. Breathing out, looking in. All right, one more time. And on this next exhale, I want you to bring one knee to nose. And then we're going to press it out. All right, so we're going to do this 5 times. Breathing in, knee to nose, breathing in, and breathing out. Looking up. So this is 3, 4, and 5. All right, on the 5th one, we're going to pulse it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I want you to keep that foot up, and what we're going to do is try to reach out with our opposite hand. Opposite hand. Just hold it for a second, and then release both hand and leg down to the ground. All right, so let's do that to the other side. Breathing in, knee to nose. Breathing out, pressing that leg out. 5 times. This is 4. And on the 5th one, we hold it up and we pulse it up 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and now we're going to raise the opposite hand. Hold it steady, find your balance, and then release both hand and leg down to the ground. Let's go ahead and widen our knees. We're going to sit back on our heels. We're going to press our hands into the mat while we release our forehead to the ground in our child's pose. Couple more breaths here. Because we're preparing for plank pose, so you know how hard that is. All right, on the next exhale, let's go ahead and walk our hands a little forward. We're going to tuck one toe, one of our feet, and then we're going to let the other one come up to meet that other foot. All right, so let's go ahead and just rock back and then forward. And rock back and forward. Breathing in and out. We want to look at the space in between our hands. Maybe 2 more breaths here. This just works everything. And on the next exhale, we're going to release all the way down to the ground. Great job. Let's go ahead and place our hands in front of our head and just relax our head onto our hands. What I want you to do is just press your thighs together and lift your feet. And then lower, tap the ground, and lift again. Just your feet. All right, breathing in, breathing out, feet. Lift them as high as you can. So I think this is 4 and 1 more. 5. Awesome. All right, now relax. We're going to bring both hands out in front of us and we're going to go for a swim. So we're going to lift one hand up while we lift the opposite leg. Breathing in, breathing out, switching. We want to do this 5 times on each side. So that was 3. 4. And 5. All right, go ahead and release your hands back in front of your face. Take a breath here. That was really good work. All right, so now let's go ahead, bend our knees, and bring our big toes together. Knees are wide, wider than your hips. All right, we're going to breathe in, and as we breathe out, we're going to lift those legs. We're going to cross your feet 3 times. Touch your big toes together again. Lift up a little higher, and then lower. All right, so we're going to do this, I want to say 5 times, but it's hard. All right, but we can do it. Breathing in, breathing out, lifting up your legs, cross, 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 touch your toes, lift a little more and lower. All right. 3 more times. Breathing in, breathing out, lift up, cross, 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 touch your toes, lift a little more and lower. 2 more times. Breathing in, breathing out, lifting up, cross, cross, cross. Touch your toes, lift and lower. 1 more time. Cross, cross, cross. Touch your big toes, lift a little more and lower. Woo. All right, let's go ahead. Bring your legs together. What we're going to do here, we're going to place our hands directly under our shoulders. And then I want you to look straight ahead. Breathing out, we're going to lift our upper body up. And I don't want you to touch your hands to the ground anymore. I just want you to lift that upper body up. Breathing in and breathing out, lowering. Okay? Wait, we should breathe in the position. Yes, and breathe out, lowering. Yeah. That's what I said. Okay. All right, so 4 more times. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in the position and lower. All right, so that was 2. 3. 4. 1 more. All right, great job. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're actually going to press our upper body up, lifting and sitting back onto our heels. Knees are a little wider than our hips, and relax your forehead onto the ground. In our child's pose. Great job. All right, back up to your hands and knees. We can't rest for too long. Otherwise, we'll lose time. All right, so here I would like for you to take one of your hands and place it on the same shoulder. You got it? And then we're going to bring the elbow to the ribs. All right, so all we have to do is bring the elbow to the ribs here. That's 2, 3. I know this is a complicated move, but I believe in y'all. 4 and 5. All right, so now let's let that hand go all the way out to the side, and then we're going to thread the needle, but we're just going to touch our opposite ribs and then back out. Touch our opposite ribs. Try to keep this arm steady or straight, as straight as possible. That was 3, 4, and one more, 5. All right, so go ahead and place that hand down. Let's do it to the other side. Other hand on shoulder. We're going to do elbow to ribs, same ribs. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and look at that shoulder. 4 and 5. All right, so bring that hand out to the side, and we're going to reach between our arm and leg and touch those ribs. 1, 2, keeping this arm as straight as possible. 3, 4, and 5. All right, both hands down. Great job. So what we're going to do here, I want you to come up onto your knees. Knees are hip width apart. I have my toes tucked, but that's just because I get cramps. You can not tuck your feet, but it's up to you. So what we want to do is rotate our hips. We're going to push our hips back, and we're going to rotate to one side. We're doing this 5 times. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, one more, 5. All right, so as our hips are back, we're going to go towards the other side. Breathing in and out. 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so now let's go ahead and we're going to do some stretches. All right, what I would like for you to do is keep your knees a little wider than hip width. We're going to reach for those ankles. All right, this one's a hard one for me. So reach for those ankles, let your head and neck relax behind you, and we're pressing our abdomen forward a little bit. So we're just breathing here. And on the next exhale, bring your head, neck, and shoulders up, releasing those ankles. And we're going to come forward. All right, feet are coming out in front of us. We're just going to do a little forward bend, breathing in and breathing out. Reaching for your feet. Of course, you don't have to touch your feet. You just reach for them. Maybe 2 more breaths here. And then let's go ahead and let our legs out wide. And what we're going to do is we're just going to reach in between our legs. Forward fold again. Breathing in, looking up. Breathing out, folding over. Go ahead and sit all the way back up. I want to say thank you so much for joining me in your Pilates practice. I hope that you had a good little ab and whole core workout, and I hope to see you again. Namaste.